Being the black sheep is a superpower the black sheep doesn't recognize. I say it again. Being the black sheep is a superpower the black sheep cannot recognize. And I'm going to tell you what inspired this word. I was at the lake feeding the geese like I do every morning. Right? All the breakfast.
All the breakfast. Okay?
The geese demand their breakfast now. And they've gotten really comfortable with me to the point where you can see them fly out the sky for breakfast.
All the breakfast.
I mean, if it's not there, they are migrating slower and slower to my back door to tell me that the breakfast is there. And then I let Sir out and then all hell breaks loose. But the geese were waiting for their breakfast, and I live in the wooded area of North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. I love it here. I wouldn't be any other place. And we have a lot of animals out here. It's like deers out here. We don't have those iguanas like Miami. I ain't never seen no shit like that. I'm just driving out the grocery store parking lot and there's an iguana sitting there like, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I was like,
how you doing? How you doing?
We don't have all of that, but we have like raptors, and we have a raptor center, and North Carolina is very much so known for the wilderness and and the ass wildebeest too. Okay, no, sir. Anyway, I'm chilling, the geese are waiting for their breakfast or whatever, and then all you hear is a whoosh. Like, I'm like, oh shit, Jesus is back, my God, and I was about to get my praise on.
And then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
But it was really a hawk. And y'all seen that hawk before on my Instagram stories, right? It was really a fucking hawk that was moving from one place to the next place. He was, flying across the lake. And in my mind, in a weird way, I attuned that energy to, like, okay, so I have a Cadillac XT6. I bought it for my birthday, right? Have noticed I haven't seen my car on the road at all. I haven't seen my car on the road at all. And when I am driving that car, people are like parting the waters. Like, and I'm like, what's, I didn't get that respect when I was driving that fucking Corolla. Okay, shit in the back. But it's a visible behavior that has changed. And at first I thought it was like, okay, maybe it's the kind of car it is. Maybe it's because you can look at the car and tell that I paid some money for it or whatever. So maybe, and my mother said, no, it's a respect thing, and I was like, I don't feel like it's respect. I feel like this is something different. It's the same energy that the hawk had with the geese. How can I put this? Geese are flocked together, correct? They're bigger than that hawk was. And yet, when that hawk flew out of the tree, the geese immediately, first, they started talking to each other. Going off. Think about it. When a black sheep enter into a room, the conversation that is had. They're bigger than the hawk, but the hawk don't look like the geese. So the initial reaction was to be intimidated by this creature that is just letting its presence be known. Sound like a lot like your life, don't it? They started hawking back and forth, scared, intimidated. And it was just because, and they're in the same category. They're both birds. You know what I'm saying? Y'all birds. Birds. They're birds. But they started talking amongst themselves. They was intimidated, right? Take it further, Bootz. Nobody's driving my car on the highway, right? I'm looking at a Chevy here, a Chevy there. Everybody get a Chevy. You get a Chevy, All these Chevys around here, they drive around here. You know what I'm saying? And nobody has my car, but they're parting the waters. And they're moving out of the way when I'm going 105 miles per hour, right? Now let's think about this. The geese all look the same too, don't they? Right? The geese all look the same too, right? That hawk will never be able to see its reflection and say, I'm not a geese. But the hawk is always going to question, why they scared of me? I'm about to cry, bitch. That shit right there. It'll never see why. You know, through its eyes, it's the same as everybody else chilling on the lake. It don't fly like them. It can't fly like them. It just won't happen. It's its vibration to be different. But even in nature, reflected in the human consciousness because of the way when I drive my car, how people react in a very similar way. It's natural for them to be intimidated. Oh, but we are human beings. We have intelligence. We don't operate strictly on instinct, right? So if it's reflected in nature and it's happening to me, and God created that hawk for a purpose, and he created those geese for a purpose, black sheep and what you go through is also purposeful. Black sheep can't drink like everybody. Black sheep don't get that energy how everybody else get that energy. That damn hawk is a predator. Okay? It eats people. I mean, well, you know, animals. I'm conjugating it to me. You know, I'm sorry. It hunts. It flies higher. It don't migrate. It withers the storm. Oh my God! Yes! When it gets too cold, that motherfucking hawk nests at the top of the tree. When the geese fly to motherfucking Miami with the economy. When you're a black sheep, you can't drink like everybody else. You know, it has recently dawned on me, and I didn't know how I was going to stitch these two words together, but I'm doing some stitching, bitch, so just go on with me, okay?
Because now it's the problem.
I realized that, you know,
Realize that it's a little bit political, and this can get a little bit spooky-ooky. I don't know if I could really roll with it. You know, I might end up slapping the hell out of one of my sisters. So I don't know if it's for me. But much love to anybody that's down.
I've been trying to figure out why the hell I could throw it back in college. I'm talking about that ass, and I'm also talking about that goddamn liquor, right? Now, mind you, I am 3 years and 11 months clean from cocaine. Praise God. Cocaine is my drug of choice. I love cocaine, but I will never touch the shit again. Never. I promised my fans that I wouldn't, and I'm going to keep that promise. But what drinking has become is a social way for me to take the edge off. And I have started to find myself blacking out during my experience. Right? Yeah, recently my mother told me that it's almost as if I get possessed by something else when I have started drinking. And as I began to identify what that energy was, I've been reflecting it with you on live and things of this nature. I don't think it's just one entity, which is hard for me to get a name for it. I think it's multiple energies based upon the spirit that I am drinking. See, I'm vibrating at a higher level spiritually than I ever have in my entire livelihood. Okay, and I've always been very tapped in, but I have evolved, and you guys have seen the evolution since the garage till now. It is it's a level of vibrating that I, you know, reflect with that thing I put at my ass every night. And I turn that bitch to the max. So it's no coincidence that I'm ingesting alcohol and becoming a different creature. Something dawned on me last night when I was in that motherfucking hot tub decompressing, like I always do when I get done with my work day. And wine is the drink of the gods, right? Alcohol is called spirits because in that bottle, you're ingesting a liquid that opens up a portal, right, to a specific entity's design. As I am becoming more and more spiritual in my black sheepism of it all, because as you guys can see, I'm very vocal about how avant-garde my belief system is, and if you fuck with it, give me boot emojis in the comments section. But as I'm becoming more more and more attached to the consciousness that is my being, that is portrayed as the lyricism of my language and the diction therein, I'm realizing that spirits should not be ingested by somebody who, and I'm calling it black sheepism, who is coercing with spirit in the way that I am. But wine is the drink of the gods. I place wine on my altar for my ancestors, and yet I don't drink it. But ever since I started drinking it, my mother's birthday, I drank wine. No hangover. Thanksgiving, I drank wine. No hangover. Driving home, very conscious of myself, driving 105 miles an hour on the highway. Okay, very conscious of it. Hey! I'm able to see myself, and I'm able to take hold of that. See, the hawk will never see himself, but we can see ourselves. And hopefully through me, I reflect somewhat similar as to what it is that you're going through, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It just came so clear yesterday that at where I'm at, in the rooms that I'm going to be in, okay, you can't operate how you did in college because you're not the same nigga. When you were human, you were adaptable. You're not human no more. There's a tattoo on my chest that says Bootz God, and I mean that shit. So I gotta treat the black sheep of your consciousness how the gods would treat themselves. The second part of the word was, but they don't know, right? Now, a hawk can see his reflection in the lake, but he'll never swim with the geese, right? So, I challenge you, black sheep, today. And if you are a black sheep, give me black heart emojis and sheep emojis in the comment section right now. I want to see you. If you ever felt ostracized from your family or different from a community that you're in by default, based upon whatever qualities you may possess, whether that's your sexual orientation or whether that is you being black or you being liking piercings or tattoos, whatever. If you don't fit in, let me know. I feel you, bitch. I felt you my entire life. And now that I'm understanding me, hopefully you can understand you. But the hawk can never be able to see his reflection. But we not birds. You know? And when you can see yourself, you can understand that you're powerful. Yeah, you different. But you don't look like them geese. And I guarantee you them geese wish they could nest at the top of a tree in winter, like the motherfucking hawk does. And yet the geese, they flock together and they fly away. Stay strong, black sheep.